time to decide the championship. Rachel Jackson was the last car on the lead lap in the last segment, what means she started up front, and Mayan starts right alongside her. Green flag is in the air, and the dawn of the final 100 miles is upon us. Green flag is in the air, and Rachel Jackson leads the field up on turn 1. And already you can see Mayan already working her way to the inside. Alex Constantine fell a bit on the race start, what forces Marshall Norton and the rest of the outside line to lose a lot of ground. And as you see, Aaron Beckett and Mayan are also trying to make their own moves. And now Mayan, turn number 3, turn number 4, and Mayan takes the first position. And this is only the first lap of the segment. Rachel Jackson's lost herself behind. And Taylor Matthews, that's a bit too personal movements with Charlie Smith. She should not be doing this. She should be administering her championship lead of 69 points. However, it does not look like she's doing that as Jamal Smith working his way forward. Taylor Matthews needs to finish outside of the top 20, and then Jamal Smith needs to finish in first to have a shot. At least at the most, he needs to finish third to have a shot at the title, and he is doing whatever he can. He took the lead, but soon after, Lucas Calhoun with the help of Caitlin Richler and Jorge Bravo appearing in his possibly final start in the series up there. David LeBlanc also appearing as well. He is not in the championship hunt, but I doubt most of these guys care about the championship hunt. This is go time. This is the time to win the final Try Hard 500 and etch your name in those books, on those record books as the last winner of this prestigious race. Lee Schmidt finds himself in third. As you can see, there's a 4 wide right there that is getting a little bit too sketchy. And somehow they get that sorted out. Caitlin Richler is still on the lead. David LeBlanc ready to make a move on his own. There's another 4 wide down there. Taylor Matthews making a 4 wide. That solves itself quickly. And there's another 4 wide right behind. And Matthews working her way forward very aggressively, barging her way through. And now she makes a 3 wide for the lead. Not the sight Jamal Schmidt must be liking to see. And there's another 4 wide once again. There's a bit of contact between Harmony Penninger and Lucas Calhoun that is getting a bit too sketchy. That is getting a bit too personal. And Rebecca Pellerin sticks her nose in. There's contact with Trey Ashby. Big crash. Big crash on lap number 8. At least 6 cars involved. As you can see, those 5 cars go down. Lucas Calhoun and Harmony Penninger involved. That's showdown. This championship hunt has gone down to only 2 cars. Trey Ashby and Rebecca Perrin stuck their noses in where they were not wanted. That created a 5 wide on turn number 2, sent the 43, the 6, the 85, the 27, and the 91 all into the wall at the same time, together with Thomas Culler, the number 20. And that is gut-wrenching for Harmony Penninger, who locks Rookie of the Year. However, I'm pretty sure she wanted that title hunt. The caution happened on lap number 8, and the restart is on lap number 12. Taylor Matthews has now only one car to worry about. That's Jamal Schmidt. Matthews Atlantic has challenged for this title last year and lost on the final segment. Jamal Schmidt is driving for Ernest Lewis Racing, who has challenged for the titles in the last 3 years and lost at this race at the very same way. Either were engine blowouts or involvements in crashes, and this is bad. Harmony Penninger is still running, surprisingly enough. That team were a bunch of warriors working on that car while the caution went on as Taylor Matthews gets shafted to the outside, and Mayana finds herself in the lead. Steven Arroyo is second. Jamal Schmidt makes the move for the lead himself with the help of David LeBlanc, and look there, Thomas Tucker appearing up front, appearing in a very big position. He could try to win this race for Ashcroft Family Racing. If the title is lost, the race isn't lost yet. And now Tucker making a move on the inside. Here comes Caitlin Richler also trying to win her race. And now Marshall North appears as well, and they're all vying for that win. They don't care about Jamal Schmidt and his title hunt. They won that trophy, and they want that name in those books. I have mentioned that before, but they want that fact. And Emma Young making a 4 wide for the lead with Steven Arroyo. Marshall North gets shafted to the outside. Charlie Smith gets thrown up to the outside as well. And now Lexi Percy making a move on her own, and there she goes on the inside, making a 3 wide. There's a 4 wide. Taylor Matthews, Jamal Schmidt in that 4 wide with Emma. This lead back is going completely mental. And there's contact between those two. They sort that stuff out. I would need a sensor, and there's a bit of contact right there with George Bravo, Marshall North, Bravo around and into Taylor Matthews. Taylor Matthews is involved. Daniel Young involved, and Taylor Matthews smoke pours out of that car. And on lap 21, 19 laps left in the championship, and Taylor Matthews is done for the day. Do you believe in nightmares? Because that is what's happening to that team. There's contact between Caitlin Richler and George Bravo that sends Bravo into the path of Marshall North, who probably wasn't even sure that was happening to him. That sends the 28 around into North, and North into Matthews. Matthews head on onto that turn 1 wall. That also sends Daniel Young around, but at this point that doesn't matter. Taylor Matthews is done. Let's go on board with her, and that is what nightmares are all about. Do you believe in nightmares? Because that's what's happening to that 11 team. Ryan Matthews was speechless. Last year he was kicking and screaming and absolutely mental. And now he's quiet. David LeBlanc is gonna take the lead as they race back to the line, and Taylor Matthews climbed out of that car, and the face she had. Oh God. 13 laps left in the battle for the championship, and now Jamal Schmidt absolutely needs to finish third or best to win the title. Fourth place will not suffice. A top 5 will not suffice. A top 3 is what he's gunning for. And as you can see, he's already going for it. Will 3 be a charm for NS Lewis Racing? Their main contender is done. That means they're on the driver's seat and they're well on the route to win that title, but they depend now only of themselves. It's all on the hands of Schmidt, and it's only him now. Thomas Tucker is running in second, David LeBlanc running in third. David LeBlanc is running in the lead, Thomas Tucker running in second, Lexi Percy working her way up to fourth, and now Lucas Calhoun is now running in fifth. Reiterate, Jamal Schmidt needs to finish in the top 3 to take the title, and currently he is second only to David LeBlanc. LeBlanc now has one decision. Does he let his teammate go by, or he tries to win this one for himself? And I'm pretty sure he wants to win this one for himself. Also, nobody stopped this time. Everybody is gonna try to push this down on fuel, even though there's a big possibility nobody has enough fuel and it's gonna be an economy race, and people are gonna be drafting at their most. And David LeBlanc knows that. He knows everybody needs to draft. And now Alex Constantin, whose front end got absolutely demolished, is still running around 17th place, solid result, better than nothing. Finishing is better than not finishing, and a 17th place is a respectable result with what he has. Jamal Schmidt has lost the shuffle, is stuck on the outside. David LeBlanc continues to hang on. However, he is the one cutting and slicing through that air, and he is gonna be wasting a lot of fuel. Emma is right behind, and Emma is catching. And from what we're seeing from the teams, everybody actually has enough fuel. However, administrating that fuel will be the key to win this race. And David LeBlanc drafting with everybody opens a bit of a gap, not what he truly wants. Caitlin Richler catching up, and now Caitlin Richler in second, and Jamal Schmidt is gonna fall forward whenever Emma Young clears him, which will probably be by the trioval, and now Jamal Schmidt is out of the title zone. Once again, he only depends on himself, and we now only have 9 laps to go. 9 laps remain on the title as we approach the last 8 laps. We are going to open lap number 31, and Caitlin Richler currently now will take the lead as Jamal Schmidt falls to second place. And now he's stuck on the outside. There's a 4 wide Charlie Smith, Lexi Percy, and MIM making a move. And now here comes Charlie Smith trying to win the race himself as well. And now Jamal Schmidt got shafted to the rear end of this pack as we enter the last 7 laps. Charlie Smith makes a move for the lead on the first turn. And Jamal Schmidt is right behind him, and we are approaching the end, and it's gonna be a bitter end because neither Taylor Matthews nor Jamal Schmidt will want to give up that title. Jamal Schmidt depends on himself. Taylor Matthews needs luck. Charlie Smith is running now in first, David LeBlanc second, Thomas Tucker third, and now Thomas Tucker trying to make a move for the lead. He brings Jamal Schmidt with him. And now Jamal leaves him behind to dry. Caitlin Richler right on him. Caitlin Richler now pushing the 55, but is she gonna go for herself? She is gonna go for herself, but look at MIM making a move on the inside, 3 wide, as we enter the last 6 laps of this race, and now everybody's gonna start setting themselves up. However, this type of drafting does not help anyone. They need to sort themselves out to challenge Schmidt, and as you can see, he opened the gap. If he wins this race, he wins the title. But now Lexi Percy catching up, and now the leader is going to catch up, Alex Constantine. Great move and almost contact between Lexi Percy and MIM, and now Jamal Schmidt takes the first position. Lexi Percy second, David LeBlanc third, Caitlin Richler now falls all the way back to that pack. Charlie Smith finds himself in fourth, and fifth place Steven Arroyo. David LeBlanc makes the move for the lead. And as we open the final 4 laps, 35 of 38 of this segment, and now things are gonna start getting a bit more sketchy, even more sketchy they have been. And now David LeBlanc making a move on his own teammate. He knows the gravity of such, and he knows he might be taking the title away off him, but it doesn't matter. He's not gonna be in the series next year. He's gonna move to the now newly minted Canadian Late Model Championship, and here comes Steven Arroyo also trying to that position. However, Schmidt pulls through, and he's gonna get that lead as we hit the line, and now Thomas Tucker has completely lost the pack. He has completely lost the lead. Pack falls down to 8th place. 7th place is Caitlin Richler hanging on, trying to make her own move as Jamal Schmidt is gonna take the lead, and David LeBlanc makes a move on his own, coming into turn number 3. 2 laps to go as we're gonna hit the line after this lap. There's gonna be only 2 laps remaining, and now Jamal falling to 3rd place and soon to fall to 4th place. And now Charlie Smith catching up as well, making him fall to 5th place. And Jamal needs to make the move pronto. He needs to make that move now. And now David LeBlanc hanging on the lead. Steven Arroyo making a move. Jamal Schmidt now takes 4th place, and he's working his way through. And once again, they're trying to make the move, and they're gonna have to administer their fuel and administer through the lap car of Sean Cow. And now Schmidt on the move on the inside, making the move. David LeBlanc also on the inside, ready to get that 91. Here they go through, and Jamal Schmidt slow. There's a tire down on the 55. And once again, do you believe in nightmares? Would you believe that Jamal Schmidt had the knife and the cheese on his hand, and a tire takes him out? And the title is gonna fall on Taylor Matthews as the white flag comes out. David LeBlanc has the lead, and everybody single file. David LeBlanc will not be back to this 88 car next year. His career will be done in the championship series after this. And rounding out turn number 4, he knows his teammate lost. His teammate is not the champion. Steven Arroyo without fuel coming to the line. Caitlin Richler ready to take 2nd place. MIM ready to make the move, but on the 1st position in his final start, David LeBlanc takes the win. And this hurts. The championship is over, and Jamal Schmidt has lost. David LeBlanc takes his 3rd and final win of his career. MIM has beaten Caitlin Richler to the line, and she takes the 2nd position. Kayla Richler led the most laps with 36. She takes 20 bonus points. Thomas Tucker 95 points for finishing in 4th place. A very solid result for a guy people were not expecting to finish in a high position. Charlie Smith 5th. Lexi Percy 6th. Thomas Cutter also brings another great result for HQS Racing. 3 cars on the top 10 from the 3 that finished. Jesse Simon 8th, a great result for the guy who is departing Mason Yokoyama Racing. He is going back to Rocky Mountain Racers. Harmony Pettinger in 9th after getting a lot of damage, and in that final lap Aaron Beckett takes 10th. Rebecca Peller in 11th, Lucas Calhoun 12th, Flannery Moore, Steven Arroyo, and Sean Cal closed the top 15. Alex Constantine gained 1 position with Jamal Schmidt retiring due to that blown tire, which is the biggest break I've ever seen in this series. Trey Ashby 17th, Marshall North, George A. Bravo, and Daniel Young closed the top 20. And once again, neither Jamal Schmidt, Lee Schmidt, and Taylor Matthews completed the final segment, and Harmony Pettinger only finished in 9th, far away from what she needed. This gives the title to Taylor Matthews with a total of 1,529 points. She is the only driver in the entire field to go past the 1,500 mark, and with 4 wins, 1 segment win in this race, and 10 top 5s and 12 top 10s, she absolutely dominated the season. Her only worthy challenger I could see was Rebecca Pellerin, because if Pellerin had continued on, she probably would be in position to win the title. She probably would have been the champion because she was in such a dominant performance all the way through the championship. I thought Rebecca Pellerin was the clear winner of this. Jamal Schmidt finished in the 2nd place. It seems like 3 wasn't the charm one for Ernest Lewis Racing, and it hurts. This team has challenged for the title time and time again, and once again they lose it in the final race. And this time they don't have themselves to blame. They have Lady Luck to blame. Once again, for the 3rd time in this broadcast, do you believe in nightmares? Harmony Pettinger still takes the 3rd position, passing Lee Schmidt narrowly by 23 points. She takes Rookie of the Year as the highest rookie in the championship standings. Pretty much 390 points ahead of Tammy Barton, her closest challenger for that. Lucy Barton, the closest one to Tammy, was almost 100 points behind Tammy herself. And so this was a very spread out championship run for the rookies. Lee Schmidt in 4th, Flannery Moore closes the top 5, Enderlin Caldwell 6th, David LeBlanc 7th, Kelly Ashcroft 8th. Bianca Dawson and Trey Ashby closed the top 10 in this championship. Steven Arroyo and Tammy Barton 11th and 12th, Charlie Smith 13th. In his first season for Ashcroft Family Racing, the 2nd best mark for the team. Lucy Barton, Lucas Calhoun closed the top 15, Rebecca Pellerin 16th after missing around 6-7 races due to her Dash Cup commitments, replacing Gabrielle Laceda in Europe. Jack Patterson 17th, Ryan Griffin 18th with 1 win, and Boyd Abbott, Thomas Tucker closed the top 20, guaranteeing all 4 Ashcroft cars in the top 20 positions. And we close the inaugural season of the North American Auto Club with Taylor Matthews taking the top honors, and we await you as a new race format, new body styles, and a whole new point system is up in the horizon. I will see you for the next time, next season, as we open everything at Homestead, Miami. See you next time.